Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. I'm Elijah, and this is the program that you're listening to. So let's go on and get into it. Banned from the Bible, 3 books in 1. The book of Enoch, Jubilee, and Hasher. You gotta read Hasher first. J-S-H-R. It's really Jasher. I call it Hasher for those who know that the Hebrew alphabet didn't have no J in it. So Hash, you read that book first, and this Banned from the Bible is 3 books in 1. This one's by Joseph Lawkins. And so the book of Hash is from the time we left the garden until we in the promised land the first time. Jubilee is the prophecy that everything that was going to happen unto us from the time we left the garden until this day. And Enoch is the prophecy of everything that was going to happen in the world from generation to generation. The next book that the Lord God gave me was the Apocrypha. But it didn't come in like that. It was just like this here, wisdom book, the Apocrypha. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, faith, patience, hope, charity, judgment, execution of righteous judgment, the Bible, how it came into being, who put it together, when, where, how, and why. So you should know that's where it comes from. So if you want to know about the Bible, go to the book of 2 Maccabees. Explain it to you. Next book the Lord God gave to me, the Testament of Solomon. Got to know your demons, man. And this one, the Apocrypha, that's a King James version. The Testament of Solomon is written by Solomon the Wise, King Solomon the Wise. And so when you go in that book, man, they tell you what the demons, who they are, what they're doing, when, where, how. And those things are real, man. I tell you, every program that you're watching on TV these days, yeah, man, goes all the way back, really. Goes all the way back. They have some form of some type of ceremony going on, and you're not to why. But Jesus told you, it should be lacking a time of no. But the demons also prophesied and told King Solomon said, when the time is over, those jaws gonna be broken, we gonna escape, and people gonna worship us like we are gods, because they know not what God's frustrated. So in the Testament side, the gods say, no, man, you gotta know who the demons are, what they're doing, how they're doing, what frustrates them, what they like, what they dislike, what's harming, what could hurt them. So that's the book of the demons. So next book the Lord God gave to me. Next book the Lord God gave me. The reason why I'm here. The Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. Lord God told you, he said, I'm going to send Elijah for the great and dreadful day of the Lord, and he should turn the hearts of the children back to the father's hearts back into the children. What? At least I come and strike the earth with a curse. So who are the fathers? Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, and Joseph, and Benjamin. Those are our fathers. Man, and did they leave us everything? Exaltation of the last time, what the warnings, evils of the last time, hymns, man, our inheritance. They left it all to us. Yeah, the evil that they were going to do against us, how we got into this captivity and how we can get out this captivity. And man, the visions of heaven, they have everything in that book that our fathers left us, man. Man, go get it, bro. And this one is written by Robert H. Charles. Bought it from Walmart. It don't cost that much. All right, so so next book the Lord God gave to me is but anyway, Elijah, go find that in Malachi chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. Next book that the Lord God gave to me, well, we'll do this here. First and second book of Adam and Eve, the conflict with Satan. Go see where it all began at. Yeah, what they did, who they did, why they did it. And nothing haven't changed. It just been multiplied. And Satan said that itself. That was gonna be multiplied. And that's what it has been done. That's what he's doing. Those books makes up what? The Holy Bible. The Holy Bible came from somewhere as a reason and purpose for everything under the sun. A reason and purpose for everything under the sun. So another book that the Lord God gave me, he gave me this book before everything. The Gnostic Gospel, Thomas Mary Jones. So there are things in that book that's not in the Holy Bible. Things Jesus did, things Jesus said. In the Acts of John bring them up, but they're not found in the Holy Bible. Some of them are, but it's written in a different form, fashion. So I suggest to go there. The first message that the Lord God gave me. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord God of hosts. And that's found in Zechariah chapter 4, verses Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. But you read 4 through 6 and give you a good story of it. But not by might, not by power. And then you go read down here. See that Deuteronomy chapter 28, Deuteronomy chapter 7? Man, that's what this is about. Hey, you done forgot your promised land, man. You got to get back into knowing what your promised land and stop falling for that flyaway doctrine. That's a lie. Mm-mm. That is a lie. So you go ahead on, just keep on. And then you say, well, who gonna be called? The elect gonna be called. That's God, people that He elect to be caught up in the sky with Him. Man. So that's who that are. That's who they are. But He said the ones on the earth should be what? Transformed. Man, what you think these people getting ready for? People know it's coming, and man, that's what they preparing for. They're doing all this for that war that's coming up on them. Yeah, that's Satan preparing his people, right? Of course, you know you have two dreams, but last night I dreamed about dream about sons going home to their mothers, and friends going back to visit old friends, and dreams I had a long time ago. Now then they came back because they come back. They come back. Some of them come back and let you know what time it is, so they'll come and visit you again. Of course, I listen to T.D. Jakes. Man. I had a dream. That I was, and I asked the Lord about this because of the comment section. Man, I see I don't get no comments, no emails, or nothing. Then Lord showed me that they hiding it from me. And then one day, when they stop, it's gonna come in, boy. It's gonna have so many of them, and it's gonna be from all different race, people, kindred, and tongue. That was the Lord God showed. So yeah. So I just wait on things. It's coming. And then I heard this morning, because I used to be on WBOK 12:30 a.m. every Sunday morning in New Orleans. But the Lord God gave me a prophecy about that. Matter of fact, a couple of I'm not going to read you the dreams about that. But it's coming to pass. It already started coming to pass. But I had some dreams. I have old dreams that the Lord God told me to write down. And these things will come back. You're in a terrible time. What you looking at what have been birthed in this world, and it's growing up. All these things are growing up. Let me read this to you. I was watching this game show on TV. Let's see, I'll make sure. All right, I'm about to start reading one, going to another one. I was watching this game show on television. Three couples, three women on one side and three men on the other. One couple was mixed, black woman, white man. The black woman said she should have never married him because they are so opposite because they are so opposite. He is so opposite from her. That's what it said. I'm gonna repeat that because that's what's going on now. That mixed marriage, God told you don't do it. I was watching this game show on television. They had three couples, three women on one side, three men on the other side. One couple was mixed, black woman, white man. The black woman said she should have never married him because they are so opposite. He is so opposite from her. I say she should have never said that. Now she just said everything that was wrong with him. And he was tall, white man, which said nothing to what she was saying. Next, I was walking out the building. Come on, man. The reason why, let me explain something to you before I go into the next dream. All right, she married him. That's right. So, it's a mutual agreement. Both of them married, and she gonna say all that was wrong with him, but She didn't tell him what God said. God told her in the beginning, don't go marry. That's what God told. But they think that's a surprise. So, but anyway, truth, I was in Jamaica. And they had the woman, and the woman, she had feelings and everything for me. And the Lord God showed me in a dream that it was true. Before I even went to Jamaica, He showed me the woman, and it was true that she was really, truly loving me. But anyway, so that digress. So I went to Jamaica and did all that, but I was doing what thus said the Lord. So my mind is now on the woman, not in that form. In fact, my mind is on getting the word out, making sure that they get the invitation to the wedding. So she was messing with this white man. Man, I think it was Swedish, or Danish, something like that. I think it was Swedish though. And boy, she was so infatuated and all that. Then I contact with her off and on. So finally, I contacted her one day and she told me she had married. Yeah, she told me she had married and she would just tickle pink and just get it, get it, get it. And they think that's a good thing that you went and broke God's commandment. Just like Adam did in the garden. So you broke God's commandment, so you get what you deserve, right? Next, I was walking out this building. They had this orange tree. They had this tree, an orange tree. 3 men, 2 with me made 3. The 2 men with me made 3. We were always eating fruit of the tree, which was oranges. And they had 2 bags of little orange, which they nor myself would touch or eat. As I was eating one of the oranges, the man was talking about this keyboard as he was explaining how it would look. I said, yes, I have seen this keyboard and it just have symbols on it. I said, yes, and I have it, and it flashed in my mind. We ate all the loose oranges under the tree and left the bag of the small ones. So, yes, I've got to tell you a dream about the keyboard. I told you that before. Well, when I was in the office with these children, and we was in there, I was in the office with these children and this family. And as I was in the office with these family, we were sitting down. And as we were sitting down, they had this, it looked like a futuristic keyboard, but it only had symbols on it. And it was bronze, and the woman was typing up. Yeah, she would type up, put your blood type or DNA within there, and man, they'll type it up, and then boom, they could change everything. Yeah, they can splice into you, and whatever's wrong with you or whatever they was doing, they splice that in there, put it in there, and put that into you. Now you've been changed. You've been changed. Yeah. So that's the keyboard that he was talking about. So you got, man, I'll tell you, they already have done that. That's why I keep telling you, you can't stay here. You cannot stay here because things that came to a head. Everything is weighed out and measured. Everything God does, they tell you everything is weighed out and measured. That's why I told you, man, to go watch that little filter picture, Back to Hell. It's a claymation thing. But it tells you and shows you everything. Once you read uh, the Testament of Solomon, I'm still on this too long because I did that yesterday and I couldn't really get back into group. But anyway, so once you read the Testament of Solomon, you know what's going on. You know. So when you go watch that picture, Back to Hell on Netflix, and just watch what they're doing. Watch the symbolism, and then you know exactly what's going on. So they know how to do that. You think they don't, but they do. All that's come to a head, and everything is weighed out, balanced. You got to read these books. If you don't read these books, you'll never know. And the Lord God wants you to read these books. He wouldn't send me if he didn't want you to read. He wouldn't have gave them to me for me to study if he didn't want you to have them. And all these people trying to keep you in the Holy Bible, the Holy Bible has been abridged. So there's a lot that have not been written down in that Bible. But that's why he told you, King David said, meditate on this word. All right, well, time is about to go. Okay, so I went to the bank to get money out of it. A very large bank. They had no tellers, only machines. You couldn't pay. Yeah, they had no tellers, only machines. You couldn't put money in it, only take out. You put your check in it, and it will disperse money or cash. But the people would leave the change on the side of the machine. So I looked on the side of the machine, change was everywhere, on every side of the machine. And I had so much, I had to stop taking it. I thought about the cameras also looking at me as I was taking the change. I passed this couple in the hall on my way out. The man was asking the woman, or quizzing the woman on the book of Daniel. On the book of Daniel. So go see it. So I asked him, do you know Daniel chapter 9? So go to Daniel chapter 9. I guess we'll go there today. He didn't answer. I left. I went to the eatery or a place to get something to drink and eat. I asked for a cold drink, soda pop, whatever you call it. Yeah, the cook or the chef was talking about she didn't have enough time to cook gumbo, and they was about to close, and it was about 4:30. The place closed at 5:30. I got a grape drink and some kind of cake. So grape drink, some kind of cake. So you know that's what they give you for communion. I sat down next to this couple. The man was on the first seat by the door. The woman was in the next seat. I sat down in the third seat. I sat next to the woman, and she acted like I was dirty and smelly and not worthy to sit by her. So you know where that come from. That is, that's in Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 65. In one of those chapters. I pushed to the side and marked sure to make sure that I was not closer. I see, as I seen her nose in the air and listen, say, I'm not dirty and I don't have a funk or a stinky smell coming from me. That's what I told her. And I told her, I am dressed this way because I am holy. Before I could finish, she jumped up and leave. I asked the man she was sitting next to her, is she always this way? He was dressed like one of the prince of Judah, not like a heathen, well covered from the head to toe. I told him how many times I had been married and divorced, and at that time he and myself were outside. They had a woman come sit down beside us, and I guess it was about war. Yeah, it was about war because I said this weapon. It was black and had two barrels and looked like a musket on top of the barrel. They had a modern barrel. However, they would not, it would be on, however, that it would be or look. The stock looked like a Winchester stock when I woke up. So, man, so we're going to Daniel. I'm going to read that Daniel chapter 9. So let's go there before I get off track again, because I read that dream, now I'm off track, because that's what not. But we're going to go to Daniel chapter 9 first, then we're going to go back to the book of Isaiah. So let's go to Daniel chapter 9. Because that's prophecy, man. When God come in a dream and tell me where to go at, I go there. This old stuff, man. I had this on the radio station, I told you. And I'll read that every morning. In the first year, Darius, the king of Ahasuerus, the seed of Medes, and which was made king over the realm of the Chaldees. In the first year of his reign, I, Daniel, understood the books, the numbers of the years. Wherefore the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, the prophet, that would accomplish 70 years in the desolation of Jerusalem. 70 years. In the desolation of Jerusalem. So I set my face unto the Lord God to seek by prayer and supplication with fasting, sackcloth, and ashes. So, you know, that's why I told you, man, that's when you're holy, that's how you dress. And I prayed unto the Lord my God and made my confession and said, O Lord, the great and dreadful God, keeping the covenant and the mercy to them that love him and to them that keep his commandments. Stop right there. I know I ain't going to be able to go to nothing else. He said, and I prayed unto the Lord my God and made my confession and said, O Lord, the great and dreadful God, keeping the covenant. See that covenant in mercy to them that love him and to them that keep his commandments. Told you, brother, people just think keeping the Sabbath day, oh, that's fine, that's part of the commandment. But it's a covenant that you got to keep. We have sinned and have committed iniquity and have done wickedly and have rebelled, even by departing from thy precept and from thy judgment. See, that we was in captivity at that time. From what? From what? We have sinned, we have committed iniquity, we have done wickedly, and have rebelled, just like you're doing now. Keep pushing these books to you, keep telling you, and you just keep on, just keep on. All you want to do is read the Holy Bible. Well, you just go ahead on, keep on in that trap. Just keep right in there. And even departing from that precept and from thy judgment. Neither have we hearkened unto thy servants the prophet, which spake in thy name to our kings, our princes, and our fathers, and to all the people of the land. That's what I'm doing. I keep telling you. O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day. To the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are afar off. Now, let's stop right there before I continue on to that motive. So that's our near and that are far off. So them right there and those that are in the future. Now you say, well, that don't mean that. Well, let's keep reading. Through all the countries whether thou hast driven them, see, because their trespass they have trespassed against thee. O Lord, to us belong confusion of face, to our kings, our princes, to our fathers, because they have sinned against thee. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you about that confusion of face. To the Lord our God belongs mercy and forgiveness, and though we have rebelled against him, neither have we obeyed his voice of the Lord our God to walk in his laws, which he has set before us by his servants and the prophets. And you're not doing it. Yea, all of Israel have transgressed the law, even by departing that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, the oath that was written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him. So Deuteronomy chapter 28, man. And he confirmed his word, which he spake against us, against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil from under the whole heaven, have not been done and had been done upon Jerusalem. All right, I can read that better than that. Let's go back and I'll read Daniel chapter 9, verse 12. And have confirmed his word which he spake against us and against our judges and that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil from under the whole heaven, have not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem. As it was written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us. Yet may we not our prayers before the Lord our God, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. Therefore hath the Lord watched upon the evil and brought it upon us. For the Lord our God is righteous in all his works which he doeth, for we obeyed not his voice. Man, that's why you're in all this situation. And Moses warned you in Deuteronomy chapter 28 and chapters, if you don't do this thing, what was going to come upon us? Just like Adam did in the garden. Yeah, man, that's why you're going to pay. I told you, man. And now, O Lord our God, we have brought thy people forth out the land of Egypt with a mighty hand, and have gotten them renowned, as at this day we have sinned, we have done wickedly. O Lord, according to all thy righteousness, I beseech thee, let thy anger and thy fear be turned away from thy city Jerusalem, thy holy mountain, because for our sins and for our sins and for the iniquities of our fathers, Jerusalem and thy people have become a reproach to all that are about us. Now therefore, O our God, hear the prayer of thy servant and his supplication, and cause thy face to shine upon the sanctuary that is desolate for the Lord's sake. O my God, incline thy ear and hear, open thy eyes and behold our desolation. And the city which is called by thy name, For we do not present our supplication before thee for our righteousness, but for thy mercy. O Lord, hear. O Lord, forgive. O Lord, hearken and do. Defer not for thy own sake, O my God, for the city and thy people are called by thy name. And as while I was speaking and praying and confessing my sin and the sin of my people to Israel, and presenting my supplication before the Lord my God for the holy mountain of my God, yea, while I was speaking and praying, even the man Gabriel, whom I had seen in the vision at the beginning, being caused to fly swiftly, touched me about the time of the evening obligation. So, you know, in the evening obligation, when the sun going down, you're praying. And he informed me and talked with me and said, O Daniel, I am now come forth to give thee skill and understanding. At the beginning of thy supplication, the commandment came forth, and I am come to show thee, for thou art greatly beloved. Therefore understand the matter and consider the vision. 70 weeks are determined upon thy people, upon the holy city, to finish the transgressions, and to make an end of sin, and to make reconciliation for iniquity, and bring the everlasting righteousness, and to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, the Prince, shall be 7 weeks, and 62 weeks. The streets shall be built again, and the wall, and turbulent, no, I say, they won't say troublous times. And after 62 weeks shall the Messiah be cut off, but not for himself, and the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and at the end thereof shall be with a flood, and unto the end of the wall of desolation are determined. And it shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. And in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the obligation to cease. And for the overspraying of abomination he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation, and that is determined, should be poured upon the desolate. So, I mean, I can explain that to you, yeah. You should confirm the covenant. So where's the covenant? Where's the covenant? We should know the covenant by now. Go to, it's a forever covenant. Go to Jubilees, the book of Jubilees, 2nd chapter, and read the 2nd chapter of Jubilees and find out the covenant, okay? And then say for 1 week. So what is a week? 7 days. And what is 7 days? 7 years. And in the midst of the week shall the sacrifice in the midst, but 2.5, 3 days, 3.5 days. In the midst of the week shall cause the sacrifice and obligation to cease. And for the overspreading of the abomination, he shall make it desolate. And even until the consummation is determined, shall be poured upon the desolate. So we know when Lord God tells us things are twofold cause, right? Because Jesus hadn't been born then, okay? And so Jesus was cut off in the middle of the week. So the middle of the half of the week, you know that Jesus was what? Was sacrificed. That's what he did. He was sacrificed. But this is a different one. Now, that was the first sacrifice. Now you're looking for another sacrifice. I could tell you more, but now you go read and find out for yourself. Ask God. He'll tell you. Yeah, he'll tell you. Because you stuck in the Holy Bible and you're reading something that you don't even know nothing about. Because you refuse to humble yourself and come back in the bonds of forever covenant and keep and sabotage his Sabbath. And then he'll tell you, he told me many other things, just like this here. Not by might nor by power. There's a mystery to this. Okay? You got to believe me. And when you get back in the bonds of forever covenant, God, Lord God, I'll reveal that mystery to you. It's so simple. It's an invitation going out. It's an invitation going out. And in that invitation, you know how people give you so many invitations to send out. Okay? It says it should be like the days of Midian. And in the war media, they had all them people going to battle. And the Lord God said, that's too many. That's too many. I don't need all them. And he started cutting them down, cutting them down, cutting them down till he got what? To 300. That's what he did. So, man, I'm not going there. Let's go. But now, Daniel chapter 9, you got to read Daniel chapter 9. Take your time, read, pray on, and see. Yeah, he was fasting and praying. That's what Daniel was doing. He was fasting and praying. I set my faith in the Lord to seek by prayer, supplication, with fasting, sackcloth, and ashes. And that's why I tell people that. That's why I read that dream to the people that want to sit next to me. I say, man, I'm holy. That's why I'm like this. The Lord God did this to me. So if you don't know where to find that out, that's on you. But I can go right there to you and show it to you. So let's go. We're going to, man. Let me see. Like I said, so I'm just going through the dream, and this is what I used to do on WBOK. Lord God, give me a dream. I go find all the scriptures for the dream. So we there now. I wasn't going this way. I was going in another direction, but I told you, what I told you, Lord God have other things for me. So I get in there and start going one way. Lord God say, okay, you think you're going that way? You're going a whole different way. And he showed me, yeah. So, man, so this, man, well, don't come by me, huh? Yeah, let me see. Because that is in the book of Isaiah. Man, come on, bro. Let me see what Isaiah sacrificed. Isaiah chapter 65. Isaiah chapter 65. All I'm doing is going over the dream with you. I sought of them that asked not for me. I was found of them that sought me not. I say, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name. I had spread out my hands all day unto a rebellious people, which walk in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. So that's what you are. You're rebellious people. Keep telling you. But what you doing? Walk way to houses, land, clothes, and all that stuff, man. That's not of God. That's not of God, man. I listened to that man this morning, T.G. Jakes. And I listened to him this morning, man. And they got the conference coming up. And you go to that conference, they're going to teach you how to follow your own thoughts, your own dreams, and make them come to pass. And all that is of Satan. And you got that gatekeeper. And I told you, that gatekeeper leading you straight to hell. All of them leading you straight to hell. Anyone come out their mouth and tell you that God wants you to be rich, God wants you to have this, and God wants you to have that. Anything come out their mouth like that, that is not of God. I spread out my hands all day unto a rebellious people which walk in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. The people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificing to God and burning incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine, fresh, bought, and abominable things in the vessel. Let me see. Yeah, which remain among the graves, the lodge, and the monuments, eat swine, flesh. So if you listen to me, you know what a monument is, you know what it does, you know what graves are. Which says, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all day. And that's what they do. Man, people. Man, I'm here now, so I might as well go ahead and get it on over with. Yeah, I go to them people at the time, almost up now. So I go to these people, man, going to church house, 7-day Adventist church on Ephesus. Boy, they see me coming there, boy, now here they go. Eyes rolling, nose turned up. Everybody can raise their hand and ask questions, but I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that because I'm not coming there looking like them. And they think I'm the tail. And they're the head when they are the tail and I am the head. And that's what they do. And that's what the Lord God telling you. And you still going on putting on that makeup. Now the thing going, the tattoos are playing out. So now they're putting eyelashes, them long eyelashes. But that's a demon. Yeah, that's a demon. If you look in this book right here, That's a demon that they're worshiping. You see the women with them high eyelashes on? That's a demon that they are worshiping. Yeah. Oh yeah, I wrote it down. Let me see. Yeah. It's a demon that they're worshiping. Now I'll tell you what page to find it on. Wait a minute, let me get it. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what page to find. I'm not gonna read it to you, but I'm gonna tell you what page you can go right there in the Testament of Solomon, the Testament of King Solomon, and find out which demon that they're worshiping. Yeah, the brows cut. So you'll find that in page 35. Yeah, the 35. The third say, I am Astoros, Arotos, Astorael. I do harm to the eyes and grievously injure them. Only let me hear the words Uriel in prison Astorael once. So that's the demon that you serve when you messing with your harm in your eyes. Told you, man, that's a demon. That's a demon. Anything that you do, that's a demon. So now I seen this young lady this morning when you with, so she bring out the new stars that enter into that demon, that satanic stuff. And so they had this girl with these tattoos on her face, long fingernail thing. And but that's that's a genuine. G-N-U-N. And that's a demon. Man, come on, bro. Your iniquities, yeah. Behold, it's written before me, I will not keep silent, but will recompense, even recompense into their bosom. So this is what's coming up, man. I told you, man, Lord God destroying it all. Your iniquities and your iniquities of your fathers together say to Lord, we have burned incense upon the mountain and blasphemed me upon the hills. Therefore I will measure their former work into their bosom. I told you everything is, man, come on, bro. Everything is weighed out of measure. Thus say the Lord, as a new wine is found in a cluster, and one said, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it. So will I do for my servants' sake, that I may not destroy them all. And I'll bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, inheritors of my mountains. My elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell therein. Does that sound like some God coming to fly you away to a different planet? Come on, bro. You're going from here back to your holy mountain, back in. No, don't worry about it. Go read the book of Adam Eve and see where you're going back to. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and the valley of Achor a place for the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me. You see, that's what you're supposed to be. You don't supposed to be running behind silver, gold, luxury item. You're supposed to be seeking the Lord God like Adam did. Man, your father Adam, when he found out what he had did, what he had truly did, man, he was praying. Now, him and Eve prayed night and day. And I read that night and day they was praying. Why? To get back into the garden, get back worshiping, praising the Lord. Man, they missed that. And they wanted that, bro. It was Adam, man. He was so hurt. And that's what he did. Him and Eve, that's what they did. They kept praying, trying to get back. That's right. But these people here, that was Lord God said, man, you're running behind other things. You're not running behind God. When you go in them church houses, you're not running behind God. And I already told you what happened, how it happened, why it happened, and you still go ahead. But ye are they that forsake the Lord and forget my holy mountain, that prepared a table for that troop and furnish their drink offering until that number. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't see it, bro. Man, you tell me I didn't see it. That's okay. Let me digress. That's supposed to have been going to the book of Revelation telling you that the bride is ready. She adorned. She waiting for a husband. Yeah. Therefore, I'll number you with the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear. But you did evil before my eyes, and did choose that therein I delighted not. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. And that's what's going on right now. Man, when you go to this book right here, the Gnostic Gospel, yeah, and you are intoxicated, boy, and boy, I hear not just T.G. Jakes, all the people, they're getting there, oh, let me get a praise, let me get an amen, and all the people, man, thousands of them, boy, and y'all just going along with those lies, and going along with that thing. Man, come on, bro. Come on, Jesus told you, say you're going to eat and shall never be full. You're going to drink and always be thirsty. He told you that. But you shall be thirsty what? This is what he said. What he said, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. So I'm rejoicing and happy. And you just go keep on going. Behold, my servant shall sing for the joy of heart, but you shall cry for the sorrow of heart, and shall howl for the vexation of the spirit. You shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord shall slay thee and call his servants by another name. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Yeah, you keep on calling yourself Christians. Go ahead on right out there. But the Lord God tells you in this book, the second book of Adam, this one by Joseph Lawkins. Man, he tell you in that very book, the Lord God tells you that we was called because we was prayed for and did everything according to what thus said the Lord. They even call us what? The children of God. Yeah, that's what they call. And then what the Lord God call you? Saints. He don't call you Christians and all that foolishness. He call you saints. And then children of God. So what are you? Go to the book of Revelation, read. I'm supposed to be going. That who blesses himself in the earth should be blessed himself in the God of truth. But he that swear in the earth should swear by the God of truth. Because the former troubles are forgotten, because they are hid from my eyes. Right? For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. So you're going to see. Be ye glad, because right now, what's going on in these church house, synagogue, sanctuary, temple, high place and everything. Man, people never mention to you about God's holy mountain. And people don't never mention to you about the promised land, the covenant land that was covered. No, they don't want to mention that to you. And they keep that far from you. Far from you. And then on top of that, they took away Jesus, the Christ. Took away even that from you. Yeah, man. Listen to them church and see how many times they say Jesus. Listen. Just listen. Listen to how many times Jesus come out their man's mouth. Yo, go ahead and listen. Just listen. Yeah. So when you can talk about God, but what God are they talking about? Yeah. And he said, man, after that flood and the land was popped, they had to go to Shem and whoever was left before the flood and asked them how it was before the flood. And then time went on, people forgot about the flood. They didn't even know about a flood. And what happened? What happened? The same thing going to happen again. The Lord God coming to destroy it again. People ain't going to know what happened on the other side. Go look in the book of Eli. Because that book, that movie Eli with Denzel, that'll give you some type of knowledge of it. Some type of form of it. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem are rejoicing, and her people are joy. I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her. Not the voice. So these people over there, the ones that's over there occupying the land and all like that, well, they call themselves God's chosen people. The Jews, they say we are Jews, we are God's chosen people. Then why? Why are you so, when the Lord God come out there, ain't all that going to be going on? Man, come on, brother. The Lord God telling you, but be ye glad and rejoice ever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem are rejoicing, her people are joy. I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more thence an infants of there shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man had not filled his days. For a child should die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of the tree are the days of my people, and my elect shall long enjoy the works of their hand. So, man, you're in this land, right? Everything you build, everything you get, you're doing it for who? Esau children. For who? These white people. For who? Those demons. That's what you're doing. That's what the Lord God telling you. That's why you say they should not build another and have, they should not plant another eat, for as the days of a tree, the days of my people in my election long enjoy the work of their hands. They should not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offsprings with them. Man, that's what, man, we was on the Holy Mountain. That's what it was. Go read it, man, how, man, this, all I can do is keep telling you, keep warning, keep telling you, keep warning, keep telling you. And then one day it's going to come, just like Noah, Father Noah kept warning, kept telling, warning, and then one day would happen. It was more than Noah was telling him. It was Methuselah also warning him and telling him. Even before that, man, just go read the book, read the prophecy, and know, man, T.D. Jakes this morning, man, and I listen to these preachers and pastors. All they know, he's just the one that I'll be listening to at that time. He's the one who I listened to at that time. And so, but anyway, and so this morning he was trying to preach upon Mary. Yeah, upon Mary and Joseph, because you know, getting that Christmas tree. And boy, when you hear Christmas coming out of a preacher, a pastor, a shepherd, somebody's mouth, that man is false. Because we know Christmas is of Nimrod. And I read that to you about Nimrod and the 12 goals. So that's what that's about, man. Come on, bro. And bro, I listened to him, man, and he talking about the frankincense, the myrrh, and spice, and don't even know nothing about it. And here I am, I didn't read it to you. Go read in my video, The Prophecy of Adam. That's what the name of it. Adam Prophecy. You got to type it in, though. You got to type in, behold, Elijah, Adam Prophecy. Because these people don't want you to have this knowledge. No, it's okay for them to put that up there, and you go there and type on and listen and look at the commercials and things, and they can make money off it. But when they can't make a lot of money off it, but they're being deceived. They're being deceived. These people don't have no knowledge, wisdom, understanding. They don't. Because I can explain something to them they won't even know. Right before their eyes. That's right. Okay. Let's see. They should not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them. And it's because the earth is meant to be inhabited. I keep telling you that over and over. The earth is going to be inhabited. You're still going to have children. You're still going to do all those things. That's what the Lord tell you. And he just finna tell you, say you're going to live 100 years old and then be transformed. All that, man. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer. And while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock. And the dust shall be the serpent's meat, and they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountains, say Lord. So you know where the holy mountains are, you see on that? There. So the wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like a bullock. So I was supposed to go over that with you, about the wolf and the lamb, the time that you're living in now. Yeah, when you go in the church house, the wolf and the lamb, you're in the church house. Yeah. Then the Lord God tell you they are wolves in sheep clothing. So you got the wolf and the lamb. But each verse don't mean that. You know, you got the verses that actually mean a true wolf and a lamb. But you have the spiritual verses that is a person that comes in sheep clothes, a wolf dressed up in sheep clothes, is a wolf. And a lamb. So they're in the church together. Well, anyway, so this is not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord of hosts. Until next time, I am Elijah.